Have you ever wondered how words like color and center in American English are spelled differently than their British counterparts, color and center? This world of spelling differences between UK and US English goes far beyond simple linguistic variations. It's a matter, a journey shaped by history, culture, and the quest for identity.
But why does US English differ from UK English when it comes to its spellings? What factors contributed to the rise of these distinct linguistic styles?
In today's episode of Speak Better, Write Better, we will be delving into the stories behind these changes, shedding light on the reasons that led to the adoption of alternative spellings in American English, or as we like to call it humorously, the American War of Independence. I was reading about the spelling differences between UK English and US English. And it's fascinating how some words are spelled differently in these two versions.
Oh really? Like what?
Well, for instance, words like color in the US English are spelled color in the UK English. And center in America becomes center in UK. And these bunch of differences usually stem from historical and linguistic reasons.
That's interesting. But why do these differences even exist?
Good question. It goes back to the time when British English was brought to America during colonization. Now, both versions of English have evolved differently due to geographical separation as well as various other influences.
I see. So more decided which spelling to use. Was it a conscious choice?
Not really. It was more of a natural evolution. Noah Webster, the American lexicographer, played a significant role in shaping American English. He believed that the spelling and pronunciation of English language should be more simplified and made more logical. Hence, he introduced changes like dropping the U from words like color and changing RE to BR in words like center.
That explains a lot. But why did he want to simplify the spellings?
Webster's intention was to create a distinct American identity through language. He thought by simplifying the language, it would make it easier for Americans to learn and use English. Plus, he wanted to ensure that there is a distance between American English and British English, symbolizing the independence of the United States.
Makes sense. But what about the words with OU in UK English, like favor and neighbor? Why was the U dropped in US English?
Another instance of simplification. Webster believed dropping the U would make the spelling more phonetic and easier to understand. Also, with the influences of language like Dutch and German in America resulted in changes in pronunciation, which in turn affected the spellings.
Thanks for explaining. It's really interesting to know how these differences came about and why they persist today.
You're welcome. Language is a living entity, and the spelling differences tell us a story of how it has evolved over the centuries. It's like looking through a window into the history and culture of both the UK and the US.
Definitely. Now, every time I see a word spelled differently, I will remember the historical context behind it.
So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed this and stay tuned for more such interesting episodes.